What's going on, people? It's a day after the ban list, and market it's insane right now. I didn't do a market watch yesterday because prices were overhyped. Cards were over $300 for no reason. That just reminded me to look up another card. um, and I decided to wait a day to cool off and also talk about some cards that you should start thinking of having, or if you already have, maybe have extra copies like myself. It's doing at the moment because we're gonna move into a different format and people are looking at this cards, but instead of looking at the future, they're looking at the current meta. But I'm looking maybe like 3 months in advance. Of course, all speculation, but I think this card you should have. You should have at least a one of. You should always have one of them, just because you never know. And then fairly cheap for the moment. I want to talk about Boral's Savage Dragon. Well, before that, remember like, comment, subscribe, whatever that does for me. So, Boral Savage is a card that I would have, just the one of. Because Dragon Link didn't get touched. So, Savage is a card they're still using a one of. I just would have, your one of. And if you're looking to invest, this wouldn't be such a bad investment. For, $12. If you can find it for cheaper, by all means. But I think $12 is a safe point. An Omnigate. Pretty easy to make in any deck, including Pendulums, especially when you have Ignis or back. And we should probably look that up because I don't have that guy in the tab either. So we're going to look at that right away. Ignister. I took it right there, dude. Let's see. Where's the UT? Yeah, there it is. All right. So this calmed down. This yesterday was... let's see. Oh, it's still... Oh, no. Yesterday was about 70. Oh, they're back at 40... $45. That's reasonable. Ultimate Rare. It's back at 3. You want your first edition. This helps Pendulum and Dragon Link as well. And I think it's time that it came back. I think there was no reason to be in the list this late. We have cards that can stop this and stuff like that. Another card that I forgot to look at was Sky Striker Ray. Because yesterday the Prismatic Ray was like $30 because people were doing it. Ultimate Rares, where are you? So we're looking at here. Kind of still that. So yeah, let's see. Here it is. Prismatic Ray. This was $30 yesterday, dude. Like, that's insane. Now it's back at $7 to $8. I can see this being dropped probably to $5. 2019 Megatins, sure. For what it is. So let's get started with the real market watch, right? El Shadow Construct Ultimate Rare. It's a card that I recommended a while back when there were 50s, and people were like, no, and I was like, okay, and then here we are, first edition at 150 now. Triple your money. And quickly going. Why? Because Shadows didn't get touched, and Shadow Hype is here. Construct is just iconic, and it's the boss monster, honestly. It gets your engine going, and you get 2 effects. You send a Shadow, and then if this card's sent to the graveyard, you target Shadow, and you add it back to your hand. So, recycles itself, whatever card you send. So, just thinking, Ultimate Rares. Just Shadows being that, because they didn't get touched. Shadow Chisholm is up to $30. We're going to see this trend probably go a little bit higher, 35s, maybe even hit 40s. Rise of Duels does have a target for reprint, but until that happens, you still have, what? I want to say 6 months of playing time. So, and most decks usually run the one-offs anyway. There's decks that run 2 or 3 of these, which I see no reason why. I can understand 2. Because people are going to start maining Cosmic Cyclones, etc. But for the most part, people are only running the one-off, Great one-off. And for $30 for the, the one-off for your deck, sure, why not? Speaking of that, Pot of Avarice from Joey's World, the Secret Rare, it's like $13 for Lightly Plates and $13 or $15 for, first editions. Being used in Tri-Brigade, this is being used pretty much Tri-Brigade Bird Up, any Zodiac variant. It's being used in combo decks to recycle stuff back in. It's also being used in, what's that deck called? Crap, we forgot. It's also being used in Drytrons, draw. And then, what was the main deck this crap was used for? Oh, Shadows. That's what we're here. Yeah, this is using Shadows. Haha. Alright, so Nibiru the Prime will be an ultimate rare since combo it's slowly starting to come back a little bit more. Dragon Link didn't get touched. Adamantipator's on the rise. Pretty much just the presence of Dragon Link is here and it's making Nibiru go up in price. You have a lightly play for $105. And then after that, if you ignore the newer sellers, it goes to $140 and quickly going to $200. This is insane. Sure, if you got it, by all means. I know it's tax season, so that also inflates the price. People have free money they want to throw away, and Nibiru might be one of the cards they want to invest. Personally, I'm okay with playing Secret Rares right at the moment. Yeah. And then Secrets are 15, and then the premiums are just $12 a piece. But just know that Nibiru Ultimate Rare, yeah, it's up there. It's up there. I can see this stay around, the 130. I would like to see if actually 140 sells, and then if 180 sells, then by all means, make your money, spend your money how you want to spend it. Superpoly. Why is Superpoly going up? Because Dragoon is still a 3. Anaconda is a 3. That's 2 dark monsters. You Superpoly away, and you go into a Predaplant, not Starving Venom, but one of the Predaplants. Or I don't know, anything. Anything that you can Super Poly something away. Here, Starving Venom Fusion. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, they're reaching $100. And I can also see Super Poly hit 150, like in a couple days. People are getting their tax money. It's Super Poly. It's gonna be a side deck card. I know people that are starting to think to main this because Dragoon wins games and Dragoon is legal, and you have 2 dark monsters, and it gets. Dragoon is a problematic card for, even in the top decks. Notably, Guru is going to be able to abuse Dragoon more than any other deck. Dinos, I know they're going to go in that way. Virtual World is going to put Dragoon in there, and that's going to be their boss monster now. Just stuff like that, So just know there's way other versions of Super Poly. You don't have to get the ultimate rare. But if you want, by all means, do your thing. If you got it like that, got it like that. So... But you have a lot of other copies. You have commons everywhere. Premium gold if you feel that way. If you feel that way. Try to get Frank Tall. It's $20. Quickly going to 21, and soon after that we're gonna see at 25. I do believe Frank Tall is gonna hit 30s. Yeah, I just think Frank Tall is gonna hit 30s. Give it a Bird Up didn't get touched, so this is technically the combo deck. Well, Dragon Link and then this. They're still ending on the Link 3. If we can find it. The Simmort Link. They're still going to summon whatever they want to summon off of that. So, Tri-Brigade, it's that. And Zeus is a boss monster. So, there's a lot of variants. Bird Up is the most popular. You have the Zodiac. You have Tri-Brigade. Zoo. You have Melfi's, I believe. It's the bunny deck. They're using that too with Zeus. But Fractal, not a lot of, just 3 pages left, not a lot of walls, like there's no walls here. There's 11 wall, but that's a 25 at that point, and shoot. Speaking of Bird Up, all that stuff, they're dirt cheap. There should be no reason you not play if you want to play Bird Up. Fairly cheap. The only thing you really have to spend money would be Fractal and Zeus. And 3 Fractals right now are costing you roughly about $60. If you can get a deal for $50, by all means. But you're still looking for like $150 just to play Tri-Brigade, which is fair. If you want to add, other cards, by all means. If you want to add Draw Power, Pot of Prosperity, etc., then, the price goes up. If you need Droplets, TTTs, go from there. Virtual World, it's going... stabilizing at $15 for the most part. People found a new way. They're since the Dragon Buster came back. So what they're doing now, it's going to Insector Extra Beetle, I believe. Insector Extra Beetle, yes. And they're, if you know what this does. 2 level 6 with Virtual World does it fairly easy. When this card is XYZ summon, you can target one monster in either graveyard. Equip that monster to this card. This card gains attack and defense equal to half his original attack. Well, you don't care about that, but the fact that you just equipping the Dragon Buster sword to this card, it's that's how they're pretty much going for it. It's not a big deal. You can just normal summon and run the sword because it has 1,000 attack and 1,000 defense. Um, like it's fairly easy to get rid of this. And Buster Sword, I think the only thing he has is like a couple hundreds attack and defense. So half of that, any normal monster can beat over this. But it's just something that Virtual World's doing. And I think it makes no sense. It's the only printing. Quickly goes to 20, and yeah, that's it. But besides that, I don't. And they're ending with Beatrice, which is like, okay, that's all you're doing? No, it's not good enough. Speaking of Zeus, yeah, it's still 73. And yeah, not much to talk about Zeus there, you know. I do expect Zeus hit eventually $100. I just don't know if that's going to be in a month or in a couple of weeks or days at this point. Zeus just sending everything. It's a win, dude. It's a win condition. It's a win condition. That's all I'm saying. Nadir Servant Dogmatica didn't get hit at all, and you're looking at them at $90. Quickly going $100. Dogmatica, Shadow Dogmatica. I mean, yes, Invoke Dogmatica with Shadows. It's pretty much like the best deck of the format in my opinion, and Nadir Servant, it's pretty much saying, hey, yeah, it is, you know. Yeah, we're worth $90 a pop, $100 a pop, and you need 3 of these. Pretty good, right? Same thing with Ecclesia. You know, Ecclesia pretty much hitting 30s at this point, and quickly going to 35. Not a lot of copies of this. A lot of people want this. I want to play this. And if you bought Dogmatica since day one, dude, you're plussing so hard. Like, you've been playing this, what, for like, shoot, I don't know, like 6 months now? 6-7 months, and you haven't got touched, and your investments were great. Especially if you got Ecclesia when it was like 15. Nadir's, I believe at one point they were like, I don't know, 45s. I mean, you just plussing and winning tournaments over and over and over. And the only thing you had to upgrade was like the Chisholm and like and Ice Dragon Prison. So it's amazing. Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. It's $20. It's a one-off in the extra deck. I don't see this card going too high after $25. Like I said, Russell does have a target in his back, and if Dragon Link starts doing this, it's only a one-off anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. I just know it's $20. Archosaur is just being retarded right now because Dino hype, and people are really thinking it's gonna be $100. So there's that, and yeah, people are really on that Dino hype, and I don't blame them because Misk still a 3. But $90? Yeah, no, dude. Should have got them when they were 25s. Chamber Dragon Maid, since they used this in Dragon Link, it's calmed down from $100 to like 70. So, do I see this going a little bit lower? Not at the moment. I think once we get closer to the new list, I can see Chamber Dragon Maid calm down to maybe the 50s. Same thing will go with Archosaurus, because by then we'll have the new what's it called, Scrap Dino that helps dinosaurs. So I believe we'll see some type of hit then. But as in right now, I eventually see them hitting 50s, especially when we get closer to Mega 10 season. So right now, it's a good time to play. Christian Halki Fibrex didn't get touched, like I said. They still got its own sleeves, binder, deck box, and everything. So you have motivated sellers at $73, $75. And quickly after that, stays at the $80 price range. Still a great card. Still needle fiber, and eventually we're gonna get more tuner, especially when we go back to the synchro format. With the Lightning Overdrive, I think it brings synchro, so it's a nice little card. Curse Edelland, it was like a $300 yesterday. Some sellers are just being crazy with that, but now it calmed down from $25. It's now like probably you're looking at around $50 for place per copy. See here, yeah, it's still $200 for that, and people, there's Germans at 70s, so calm down. Do I see this going lower than 40? I do not see it. Arguably the best control in the game, arguably one of the one of the best decks in the format, and it can cheat out Dragoon fairly easy, and it's the only expensive card in the deck. Looking over at Secret Slayers, Gold Note is back at 50. Black and White still at 20s. Adam's Better Research staying at 30, at 40s. And then the traps are pretty much like $5 to $6. Conquistador's getting bought out since it's a pop. You want to stop Predator Anaconda. And Hokero's still $3 and just slowly disappearing off the market. If you guys didn't know, Dragite, it's a great card that says negate a spell or trap. And it's like $5 now. So, should have got them when they were like $1, dude. Chaos Drake 11 year, I think it's fairly cheap for what it is. I expect this to hit $70 fairly soon. I mean, you can already see people putting about 65s. I can see 11 year go up because you can search this easily, and we're slowly going back to a Dragon format. And you know, I have my playset of 11 years sitting with them. The moment this starts seeing play, a 1-off or a 2-off in any Dragon variant, you can see you can expect this card hit $80. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Anaconda, surprisingly, dude, it's $30. Like it went up $3 from 27 to 30, and it hasn't really changed that much. I think a lot of people are not going. I think people already had this. I think the hardest piece to get is Dragoon. A lot of people bust open more do overload than Megatins, and of course Megatins were short and etc. But still 30, you know. What is this? Is this? Oh, we're still not there. Apparently we don't have a Dragoon tap, so we're gonna open that up right now, and here it is. You're looking at, you know, $70 for a freaking Dragoon, dude. That's crazy, dude. Freaking $50 card. Yeah, people are using Dragoon now. Some outs for Dragoon. Of course, Ash Blossom was not one of them. Because, you know, Predator, unless they use Red Eyes Fusion, of course. Pretty much besides the Secret, every Ash Blossom is going to hit $20+ sooner than later. So, something to think about. Legendary Collection is getting bought out. Here was Dragoon, huh? Here is Dragoon. We don't need that. Impermanence, a card that you might want to consider. You have the Premium Gold. You have the Ultras that are pretty much under 20s at the moment. You want to stop Anaconda, so a lot of more people are starting to main deck Impermanence. They're going to start maining Veilers, Moonlit Chill, stuff like that, just to stop Dragoon coming out. And if you can't stop Dragoon from doing... Gamma is another card that people, you know, just negate and destroy Anaconda. Get these out there. You can make Savage with this, so it's a nice little tech in Golden Lord if you're doing that. And it's both turns, so great card. And lastly but not least, Dark Ruler No More. I do expect Secret Dark Ruler No More go up, probably plus $10, just because not everybody can afford droplets, and Dark Ruler does the same thing except halving the attack and OTK on that turn. So that's all I got for Market Watch. A little bit longer than usual, but thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and yeah, go win your games. BANLIST is live, and that's what you guys wanted.